After announcing earlier this year that they would be building an LMDh car to run both in the WEC and IMSA, Genesis, Hyundai's luxury brand, has confirmed more details of the project, including when they'll join the grid. Today, at an unveiling in Dubai, Genesis gave everyone the first look at their new GMR 001 LMDh car. The car, which in my opinion looks incredible, does a great job of incorporating key design features from the Genesis road cars, like the iconic double bar front headlights, onto the LMDh platform. Now, while the car was unveiled to the world for the first time, there was some pretty limited technical information that was also provided. With the car being an LMDh car, that means that the car is built on one of 4 chassis. Today it was confirmed that the GMR 001 car would be built on an Orica chassis, a platform that's proven successful for both Acura and their ARX06 in IMSA, and Alpine with their A424 in the WEC. And as it's an LMDh entry, that also means that it will utilize the spec LMDh hybrid and gearbox systems that can be found in all of the current LMDh cars on the grid. However, nothing was announced with regards to the engine that would be in the car. With the LMDh regulations, it's very open as to what the manufacturers can choose for an engine to put in their car. And with it also being announced that this car is set to take to the track for testing for the first time in the summer of 2025, I don't think we're going to have to wait too much longer to learn about the details of the engine in this Genesis. Now, this Genesis program was actually announced back in September, and at the time it was mentioned that they'd be running a dual IMSA and World Endurance Championship program. Those plans were confirmed, however, they have a bit of a twist. In today's announcement, it was confirmed that Genesis will first enter the World Endurance Championship in 2026 with a 2-car effort, and follow that up with a 2-car IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship effort in 2027, a full year after it launches in the WEC. Now, this is both exciting and disappointing news for IMSA fans. I mean, on one hand, we're going to be having a 7th manufacturer join the GTP class, joining the likes of Porsche, BMW, Cadillac, Acura, Lamborghini, and Aston Martin. But on the flip side, it's coming to the IMSA grid a full year after it hits the WEC grid for the first time. Which honestly, to me as a massive IMSA fan, is a pretty big disappointment. Now, let's not mistake things here though. This news is overall fantastic for both the WEC and IMSA, with a manufacturer like Genesis joining the grid in both championships. However, that's not where the news stops. In this announcement, they also confirmed the appointment of team principal Cyril Abiteboul. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it probably should. Cyril is the former Renault F1 team boss and brings with him a wealth of knowledge in top-level motorsport programs. And as for the driver lineup, well, the first drivers were confirmed for this program, and let me tell you, they are some of the top names in the sport. They confirmed the signing of Andre Lauderer, who just won the WEC Drivers' Championship with Porsche, and Pipo Derani, who's been one of the strongest top-flight drivers in IMSA, racking up multiple race wins and championships in recent years. And one of the really important things here is that these drivers are not just fast drivers on the track. They bring a wealth of experience developing these cars and know what it takes to build one of these programs from the ground up. Now, while Genesis won't be joining any championship grids with their LMDh car until 2026, they will still be doing some racing next year. They confirmed that they will be entering the European Le Mans Series with an LMP2 car. Confirmed to drive in that entry are Jamie Chadwick, who's a multiple W Series champion and former Indy Next winner, ex-Formula One driver Logan Sargent, and young talent Mathieu Jobert. This LMP2 program is being done with the help of IDEC Sport, who will help to run the car in the ELMS next year, while also helping to develop the Genesis Magma crew, which will be the in-house factory effort for Genesis. And this crew that they are helping to develop next year will later go on to compete with that car in the World Endurance Championship. Okay, so in 2026, Genesis is going to be competing in the World Endurance Championship with their Genesis Magma racing effort. But what about their IMSA program? Who's going to run that? Well, it was announced today that the future IMSA program will be done in partnership with an already established team. And while no established team was specifically mentioned in today's announcement, it should be noted that Chip Ganassi Racing has been heavily rumored to be among the favorites to run this entry in IMSA. Although, of course, nothing has been confirmed on that front yet. So there you have it, a stunning car unveiled and a fantastic set of drivers to go with it, set to take to the grid in 2026. Now all we have to do is wait, right? Well, while you're waiting, why don't you go check out this playlist with all the other 2025 IMSA news. Huge shout out to all of the channel supporters. If you too want to support the show, you can head to patreon.com/offtheS's, click that join button below. Once again though, thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone has a great race weekend and doesn't go off in the S's.